What's up, guys? Yeah, Bronco's #1. Wow, factory flaw here. Yeah, there's no privacy tint on any of this, and see, this is the dangerous part where people don't realize. They're like, oh, dark tint is dangerous. No tint is dangerous, and some people will be like, oh, put sunglasses on. Well, like, that's cool and all, but like, nice little visor, a little windshield tint, we can fix all this up, and that's what we're gonna do today, because this is bad, and these windows are gigantic, and it lets beyond enough light in. Same thing with this windshield. Different than the Wrangler, it's actually taller, and as I said, it just lets all the sun in, and even with the visors up, down, side, but whatever. Yeah, we're gonna have to fix this today, because this is bad. Alright guys, so as you saw, it's really bad. These windows are super large all the way around. The windshield, these, especially on the 2 doors, I don't know if the 2 and the 4 door have the same size door, but this glass here, stupid big. And then back here, like I said, there's a lot of space in this back seat. Like, you could fit a full-grown, like, man back here, no issues. But these hard top windows, super large as well. Back window is probably the smallest window on this vehicle. But all the side windows, the windshield lets in so much light, and it's really, really bad. So we're actually gonna do the first mod to the Bronco today. We're gonna get this thing tinted, every window, sides, back, and the windshield. We're gonna do it all. I don't know if I'm gonna put a strip on this like I did the Jeep or not. We're gonna see how one layer goes to start. Now, we do have a plotter and the software to do like any window possible, but this vehicle is so new, they don't have 2-door windows in it yet. So we got to go through here, hand cut everything. Because these are frameless windows, should not be too difficult. Back here looks pretty darn tight. From the outside, not so bad, but the inside, there's like minimal area extra around the dot matrix here. So like, you literally got to cut it just perfect. Like, you can almost see the lip in there, but you got to cut this thing just perfect for that tint to go in there. So we're gonna figure that out right now, get this thing tinted shut. And it's gonna obviously change the whole look of this Bronco. It's Stormtrooper at the moment. A lot of people in the last video were already like trying to tell me what color to paint it. That was the whole goal with getting white. It is the easiest to paint over. If I paint something light, if I paint a light color, it won't show up too dark. If I paint a dark color, it's gonna take more coats. Black is the best to wrap over. White is the best to paint over. So that's why I picked white. We're definitely gonna go over the full build plans of this Bronco, because I know a lot of you are excited, and be patient with me because it will be exciting. I got a lot of parts in the works. Some of them will not be ready until, you know, early next year, which is, you know, it's a new vehicle. A lot of them are just hitting lots. I'm seeing more and more around. A lot of the aftermarket options for this, non-existent right now. So like I said, near future, a lot will be available, and I'm already talking with companies that will have stuff available. And the one I'm directly talking to will change the look of this Bronco completely. I'm not talking suspension wise, I'm talking about body wise. This thing will look completely different. It's gonna clean all of this up, all the way around, and I think you guys are gonna love it. As for the pink truck, really quick here, guys, my headlight, like the headlight ballast or whatever that runs this LED strip, just came in for this side, so I could finally put that in and get the bumper on. I was waiting on that, and it finally just came in today. Oh man, this thing looks good. I can't wait to get this thing on the road. But the headlight ballast finally came in. Boost Auto Parts is building me a set of mirrors for this that have the clear lens, white switchback, the whole 9, and they're gonna help me out wiring wise, getting into the door, so that can make my life easier. So literally got that. Front end could go together. Waiting on the mirrors. Interior, quick update on this. Everything's ran audio-wise. You can see the radio's kind of in there, ready to go. That's gonna be sweet. And then back here, we've got everything ran, power and like speaker wire-wise, ready to literally put the amps in, put the seats back in. Just gotta get the speakers in the doors. Door panels can go on, and yeah, we're good to go on that. Also got to paint the bed rail caps and throw a bed liner in this thing. But other than that, guys, like I said, we're gonna finish this thing up. Like I said, just waiting on a few parts, and then also I still got to tackle the rest of this exhaust, and that needs to be polished too. So just a couple things left, and this thing will be, I mean, it can drive now, but like I said, we're almost there. Other than that, guys, let's get to completely transforming the look of this Bronco. Even though it's still white, like I said, that's planned to change. That was my whole plan the entire time. But yeah, let's get to it. All these windows going like black. Yeah, let's get to it. Alright guys, so I actually opened the 4-door Bronco patterns here. The windows are significantly smaller. I took a measuring tape to the Bronco out there and these. However, in the software you're able to like extend it. So I dragged the outer edge out about 7.5 inches. Yeah, there's like about 7.5 inches of difference. It should be pretty accurate. I'm probably gonna cut a test piece real quick, make sure it fits, and if it does, then great. We're still gonna have to hand cut the hard top and the windshield because those aren't even in here. Even on the 4-door, it's just the front 2 and the back 2. So we're still have to hand cut all the rest of them. But if these get cut, then that helps out a ton. So I'm probably gonna cut a little test piece here, see if it fits, and if it does, you'll see me install it. So. Alright guys, so yeah, hand cutting, it's definitely difficult, and it's more difficult on a frameless. I hardly hand cut frameless windows, so this was a little difficult, especially being a brand new window that I've never seen before. I ended up having to trim this edge after it was on the glass. Not so much an issue, but we got the 0% on there. It's laid. It looks really good. Obviously, really dark. I know before all the people were like, "Oh, that's too dark for no," because I know I got a lot of new people with this Bronco. But before you go, "Oh, that's too dark. That's crazy." One, my vehicles are always in videos, and it looks better tinted. If you ever look at like TV commercials with cars and stuff in it, every single window in those are tinted, and they're tinted dark because it makes the car look better. That's one reason I go this dark, and two, like I said, it looks really good. Also, before we get too far in this video, yeah, we're gonna unwrap the rest of this, put the floor mats in, do all that in this video too, so stay tuned while we bust out this tint, and then we'll actually get the factory floor mats in here and the seats unwrapped and all the plastic off, because I know a lot of people asked about that. And I like doing that because it's like you're setting up your own brand new vehicle. I know a lot of people at the dealership from the lot had a couple comments that said, why would you tell the dealer to do that? It's just like a personal thing. You knock it out, you do it yourself, and it's like kind of you unwrapping your own vehicle. Cool, if you want it done beforehand, that's on you. It's really personal preference, but I just like doing it myself. That's all. But yeah, we are going to do that after I get these windows tinted, so this vehicle is actually fully set up, finally. So, all right, let's go get the other windows cut, and then get this thing unwrapped. guys, well there you have it. Before we get into actually unwrapping this Bronco and getting it all set up for the road ahead, here is it completely tinted. Now I don't think I've seen a Bronco with a tinted windshield yet. I'm not claiming I'm the first, nor do I really care if I'm the first, but if you haven't seen one, there it is. It looks really, really good. Really kind of pulls it all together, especially this two-door. It looks so much better. We got 0% on the sides here, so got 0 and 0. Coming around the back, we give it a factory look with 15 actually. I did a little darker than normal. Usually I do 20 back here, but we went with 15. 15 on the back, so from behind and light coming in the front. I mean, you could still see in, so during the day you'll still be able to see in from the back, kind of. You can't really from here, especially with these hardtop windows, but yes, there's 15 on the back, and then we got 30 on the windshield. So it's a clean look. You could still see in from here. The cab is huge, and you know the interior is black. You could still see in a little bit, but it gives it a nice shaded look. I usually do 50% on my windshields, but I've been getting, you know, like I said, even that brightness at the beginning of the video kind of toned it down just a little bit more. We went with 30 on this one. Bronco, if you guys are tinners, windshield, super easy to shrink. It does need shrunk, I can tell you that. There is quite the curve to this, but like I said, does need shrunk. Not that hard of a shrink, but yeah, that's 30 on that and 0 on the side. So this thing looks really, really good. Other than that, let's unwrap the seats. Let's get these floor mats in and get this thing back on the road. Guys, and that's the thing I like to do, keep all the plastic on until I'm ready to take it off. So now the Bronco is like straight off the dealer line, how it should be, but I did it all myself. It's like you get a little bit of satisfaction of unwrapping, you know, your new vehicle yourself. These are like the standard two-tone seats, black and this gray. If you were ordering a Bronco, get the all-weather mats. They're like 140 bucks or something, but like if you're gonna spend that on a WeatherTech anyway, they're laser cut the whole nine. Obviously this is gonna flatten out in due time. It's got the little nubs on the bottom so it don't move, but it also snaps into your factory locations. But I can't complain about that. Those are actually pretty sweet. In the back seat here, in the middle, it gets a little dark in here now with the tint, but you got the Bronco emblem in the middle. It's something I didn't know, but I do now. These bottom seats come out like that, and then they also fold up, because I was wondering how these seats get flat in the back, but I don't know if you do it like this and then they kind of lay on top or what, because the seat wouldn't go all the way down, just flipping the, you know, the back forward. So I'll have to play with that a little more, but there's that. I'll be interested to see driving this thing during the day, because with no tint, this thing, it's blinding. It's absolutely blinding. I head on home with the new tint on the Bronco, and oh yeah, now like I said, this dot matrix in the hardtop here, I'm gonna let this water kind of dry itself out a little bit, because the seals in the hardtop retain a lot of water. Windshield, there's no room for air. Back here, there's minimal room for air. If you're hand cutting these without a plotter, it's pretty precise, which is crazy. But so sooner or later, that'll probably be uploaded in all the various tint softwares, this, that, and the other. But for now, like I said, most of us are gonna have to hand cut these Broncos to get them done. So definitely completely changes the look of this thing, and I can't wait to do more and more to this. Like I said, color change, lift, wheels, tires, more than you can imagine for this thing actually, which is I wasn't planning on doing a lot, but now finding more and more things as the days go on. This thing's gonna look completely different when I'm done with it, which is awesome. Like, I love doing that. Like I said, base model into something crazy. So we'll get to more of that stuff soon, but like I said, we're gonna tackle little small things here and there until a lot of parts get released for this thing, because that's the problem with getting a first model year brand new vehicle. Parts won't be released for a minute, but by the end of Q1 of 2022, everything I plan on doing to this thing should be released. So within the next 3 months, this thing is going to change completely, and you're going to see what my plan is probably in one of the next videos with this and the Wrangler. So you're going to see that very, very soon. Alright guys, and there you have it. We fixed the Bronco's #1 issue, I can tell you, from factory so far. Also driving home, I did hear a little bit of wind, you know, whistling coming through that hardtop. So I don't know if that's a common thing or not. I mean, it was faint with the radio off. Is probably the only time I've heard it. But other than that, guys, this thing, I love this thing. I've got about 200 miles on it so far. And between the two, let me tell you something. I love a Jeep. There's something about a Jeep. Absolutely amazing. I will put this in its own category though, and I do really enjoy this in its own perspective, and I do enjoy this in its own perspective as well. Obviously that's a manual, that's right-hand drive, completely two different vehicles. I do love them both, and you guys will see both of them transform here very, very soon. So guys, if you're new to this channel and you haven't been subscribed yet, get down there, click subscribe. While you're down there, drop me a comment if you haven't already. Shoot this video a thumbs up. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next one.